Okay, so we will start with Sunjake. So, is there any past conflict between them? So, it's not a past conflict, but there was a past confusion and misunderstandings between Jake and Sono, and it is possibly like a connected family like group pressures or shared long term goals. However, this misunderstanding has been cleared up already or it was resolved. So, as of the present, their connection is more like teammates or family. And then, what are the hidden feelings of Sono to Jake? So, Sono feels unsure on how to express himself to Jake, and he's trying to stay strong and composed because he doesn't want to appear weak in front of Jake. But deep inside, something about Jake has changed his views suddenly with the tower card here. Maybe something unexpected that Jake did. So Jake did something like rebelling from the rules and it scared Suno at the same time. And also he admired that courage. So Sono is feeling conflicted if he can still trust Jake. So Jake shown here his wilder side by challenging the authority of the company or he broken the rules and that scared Sono. So Jake shows that unpredictable side of him, and as what I can see here, this could be related to drinking or sneaking around. I don't know. And then Jake's hidden feelings of Sono. So Jake likes Sono. He is also caring about Sono and feels protective of him at this time. So they have gotten closer and Jake has this crush on Sono and he is planning to tell Sono but at the same time he is undecided. So they both have a crush on each other but Sono doesn't overthink about it. So Jake feels that romantic crush to Sono but Sono's crush is more like admiration. I can also see here that Jake is talking to a female idol outside Hive but they are not dating. So the girl has a zodiac sign Pisces and she is intelligent and pretty. So this idol recently got in a scandal with her group and it caused them to depart Hive. So Jake is someone who has unhealthy habits like drinking with the devil card here. He might also smoke. I see vaping as a way for him to cope up with stress. If you ask me if they are friends with Sono, yes, they are definitely friends, but not as close as you expected them to be behind the scenes. So Jake feels challenged and jealous when Sono shows affection to others, and he also seeks recognition from Sono. So Sono cares about Jake, but not as strongly as what Jake feels for Sono. He is also torn with other members with the 5 of Wands here. 6 of Wands and 7 of Wands. So Sono is extra careful not to upset his group members' feelings. So Jake has that intense like Scorpio vibes on him when he got provoked on something, but he is a nice person as what I can see here. So when Jake is close or affectionate to other members, Sono just feels neutral about it. But if Sono is extra affectionate to other members, Jake has that possessive feeling over Sono. Alright, so next we have Sono and Nikki or Sunki. So is there any past conflict of Nikki and Sono? So yes, so their conflict is about saying harsh words to another due to misunderstanding and it leads to tension. So they are still good friends but they are trying their best not to annoy or being harsh to one another. So they are the type of friends that are closer this week and there will be tension on the next week. Both of them are quite sensitive and emotional. That's when their tension arises here. So they like each other but they are keeping it hidden as what I can hear. There's also rivalry here when it comes to attention from fans and from their group. And the two of them as well are most feeling pressured when it comes to work. And other than that, they both tend to compare themselves to another members. Also, I'm hearing like, I wish I'm more visual like Suno and easygoing, while the other one is saying, I wish I'm cool, tall, and strong like Nikki. So there's a little comparison here between them as well. So what is this past conflict about that it's still unresolved? So they used to be so affectionate in the past, and one of them confronted it. And I see Sunu here. And then Nikki's response caused Sunu like to be in an awkward situation. And Sunu felt that Nikki doesn't really like him that much. So Nikki confessed to Sunu that Hybe told him to be more extra affectionate in front of the camera, and Sunu was feeling betrayed about this confession. So Sunu thought that Nikki's gesture on him was like genuine, but I do see here that genuine affection is actually real from Nikki's side, but he needs to do it as well for camera purposes. So Sunu is feeling betrayed on this part on him, and he is still carrying it until now, and he doesn't want to talk about it even to Nikki. So at the moment, Nikki has the genuine feelings for Sunu, but he doesn't know how to say it to Sunu or tell Sunu about it, because he might react this time and this will cause an issue in their friendship and work. So when the company noticed that Nikki and Sunu are, especially Nikki, that he is going overboard on the camera, they tried to separate Nikki and Sunu then after that from interacting in the camera. It's because the members are also starting to get concerned about their behavior, specifically Jungwon, Jake, and Hisung. So one of these three told the manager that Nikki and Sunu are no longer behaving normally. So the company decided that they need to step in and they have to lessen their camera interaction. So as what I can see here at the moment, then Sunu wanted to walk away, as what I can see here, and move on. However, Nikki is doing his best at the moment to nurture and find balance in their connection. So he is the one doing the effort at the moment. But Sunu is still hesitant about his connection with Nikki because of the revelation that he knew from the past that left him betrayed. So does Nikki feels jealous when Sunu is affectionate with others? The answer is yes. So he is feeling possessive to Sunu and protective, and he is also frustrated of himself because he cannot say his feelings, because he is also trying to protect himself from feeling rejected or misunderstood here, and he is scared of losing Sunu. At the same time, he is scared that Sunu will get that external influences like Sunu's friends from the outside in Hypen. So he doesn't like it, and Sunu is aware of this, so he doesn't tell Nikki his whereabouts or who he is hanging out with. And he is also a type of like, I want to be independent, I value my independence. So both of them are actually value their independence, but Nikki is the most jealous type here. And that whenever Sunu tells this to Nikki, this would add some tension and misunderstanding on their dynamic. So as what I understand, their misunderstanding also often starts when someone is being secretive and having skinship with other people, and the other will view it differently. I can sense here, like on Nikki's side, it's like a first love, And their playfulness is also like fun for Nikki. It's like flirting to him. So how does the group sees their connection? So I have here Three of Wands, Nine of Cups, and Queen of Cups. So their group sees their connection as emotional and supportive to one another. However, they also see them as something that needs space for introspection. At the same time, the group feels some jealousy or resentment towards Suno and Nikki's closeness because they feel left out, especially when Suno and Nikki becomes focused on each other. So the reason why they are so close in the camera as well, it's because the company is no longer against it, because they are natural when it comes to their dynamic in front of the camera, and fans love it. So Hype is actually hyping to do more pairing on the camera. So more camera pairing, it will attract a fandom. And then they are both doing their best as well not to have tension with other members, and they are trying to be fair with everyone. So Nikki and Suno are like close friends this week and distant in the next week. And they are like, what are we really? But none of them wanted to provide an answer. And also they are like, I love you, but you are my rival. So basically, the tension is coming from, first, when they are competitive with each other. Second is when one of them is being secretive. Third is when they share harsh words or sentiments to each other. And fourth, Suno is still hurt and guarded from the past, and it gives him an idea not to trust Nikki. And then fifth is when someone is affectionate or gives attention to someone else and the other one feels left out. And then sixth is when they are very affectionate to one another, and then they have this question on their mind that what are we? So far, with their dynamics quite interesting. And I'm not trying to ship them romantically, it's just so confusing. It's also weird because they both having fun when fans are shipping them. There's a sense of self-conscious here and flattery. I hear blushing on the inside. I'm sorry. So I can sense like blushing. So they really like the attention from their fans when it comes to the two of them. So Sona is also feels jealous when Nikki is affectionate with others, but he can see through what Nikki is trying to do. So it's like Nikki is trying to provoke a reaction from Sono, and then Sono just dismiss it even though he feels possessiveness or jealousy inside. So he is trying to act mature here between the two of them. Okay, next we have Jae and Jungwon friendship, or Jaywon. So what is the connection between Jae and Jungwon? So their connection is all about emotional connection and mutual understanding. There's also a mutual respect here. So they both like each other as what I'm hearing, and they are in sync even in public. So the two of them are close even behind the scenes. However, they feel conflicted with the eyes of others watching them. It's like they don't want other people to misinterpret their closeness, specifically Jae. So both Jae and Jungwon balance each other as what I'm seeing here. Also based on the card, it's like a crush-like feelings and they are still figuring things out. So how does Jae view Jungwon? So he sees Jungwon as dependable, grounded, and nurturing, while Jungwon sees Jae as energetic, passionate, and driven. So Jungwon is feeling protective of his title as a leader, and when Jae is trying to maintain control on the group, it could manifest as rivalry to both of them. That's one of the hidden tension that they have in one another. And when they manifest rivalry, it turns into a backstab to one of them. So they're trying to protect their friendship to avoid any forms of rivalry here. So Jungwon feels a mix of pride and possessiveness over Jae because he sees Jae as someone he recognized to be in his circle. and it could disrupt security between them when someone is trying to get Jay's attention. So Jay is like a prize to Jungwon, and he doesn't like sharing it to someone else, not in a romantic way. However, Jay doesn't feel the same way, and he just let Jungwon to be protective over him because he doesn't want any unnecessary conflict or drama. So they are both holding back on what they are feeling inside, but not too long one of them will confront one another, and they might be open to be more affectionate to one another. I'm not saying romance, but they will eventually acknowledge that they like each other. So once the members saw them being open to one another, they might get confused or even disapprove it because it breaks the brotherly or professional image, and they might have to stay low to maintain harmony in the group. So this is also a weird pair and interesting. I don't know. I'm not here to judge them. Alright, so that's all that I have here for this reading. Thank you so much for watching, and I see you soon. Goodbye.